watch the hereafter. Thank you so much. Thank you, Theodora. Tonight, I'd like to start out first and foremost to get you familiarized with the reason why we are here. My name is Samuel Ojo, and I'm a teaching and training specialist, mindset coach, speaker, and mentor. I currently work as a 9 to 5 professional with a reputable organization. And beyond my career, I'm deeply passionate about seeing people grow through knowledge, discipline, and intentional living. And deeply passionate about uh, this particular community. And this is to see young people rise above mediocrity, live intentionally in a world where distraction and financial pressures are common. This mentorship platform or this community is born out of passion to see young people live intentionally, live in discipline and purpose, financial intelligence, and leadership capacity. And going forward, and we'll have a lot of activities going forward to ensure that our growth is structured and timed. This session tonight will not take much of our time, just be within 30 minutes to 45 minutes in case we have questions. Let me go straight to the point. Again, I welcome everyone to Coach Samuel Growth Circle, where growth is intentional and deliberate. Tonight, quickly, I want to look at this topic, self-mastery and growth discipline. Please, I will break in between to confirm whether we can hear me, because I'm sharing slide, I can't view much, and as well, whether I'm audible enough. Please, can someone confirm if you can see my slides and you can hear me clearly tonight? Hello, can someone confirm? You can see my slide?
Yes, confirmed. Can hear you, can see your slide clearly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So tonight, let's start out with this important topic, self-mastery and growth discipline. And what are we looking at? Breaking mediocrity and building personal growth system. Now, what are we looking at? We have to understand that growth is not accidental. That mediocrity is not a lack of potential, but a lack of discipline. This session is not about information, but it is intervention. Now, this whole curriculum is put together to ensure that what others are missing out there is not to pay with us. That is, our growth system is intentional. And on this platform, we are looking at for this quarter how to break mediocrity, how to reset our mindset, how to build discipline between us, in us, and how to establish personal growth system. Why? Because if you don't rise to the level, you don't rise to the level of your dreams, you fall to the level of your system. What does that mean? Our lives are designed in such a way that it runs by system. That is, it is the level of system that we have in place that can determine the growth that we'll go by. It's not by our dreams, it's not by our aspirations, it's not what we know best to do, it's not by our wishes, but it is the structure we have in place that will determine to the level in which we run. Where have I been hoping? You have to ask yourself this question, where have I been hoping instead of building structure? Because a lot of people wishes. The year has just begun. Today is day 10. And a lot of persons are wishing, are writing goals, are writing, all manner of desires. But it is the structure and the system you have put in place to ensure that that particular goal comes to pass, that will sustain that your wish. They used to say that if wishes are horses, then beggars will also ride. But over time, we have learned with experience that all these desires, writing down goals, writing down wishes and goals are not the main thing. What is the main thing is building structure to ensure that that which we have put down together becomes a reality. And that is what this platform is about. Now, what do we mean? What is really mediocrity? When we're talking about mediocrity, we are referring to mediocrity that is in a place of comfort, a comfort zone where everything is normal with you, everything is unique with you. That is, nothing is challenging you. That mediocrity is comfort without challenge. That is, you have come to a point where you don't aspire for more. You don't look forward for getting yourself more prepared or getting yourself to the next level of life. What is the next thing that you're looking at? Now, mediocrity is about repetition without improvement. We keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over. Mediocrity is what? Busy schedules without progress, desire without discipline. What is that thing that you have been doing over the years? Day in, day out, you keep on these routines, but you have not stopped one day to ask yourself, where is this routine taking me to? Now, many people are not falling. They are just repeating the same year over and over again. Every year we celebrate Happy New Year, a new year, but we have not, come to understand whether there's any change in us and in our activities that is different from the previous year. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. We cannot keep repeating the same thing every year and expect a different result in our lives. Now, this is one of our core values in this community, discipline, which is the gateway to destiny. Now, discipline is not easy, but I'd like you to also know that discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-leadership, because you cannot lead us or others without leading yourself first. You have to be able to lead yourself effectively before you can be able to lead others. Discipline is delayed gratification. What is that thing that can wait today to benefit your future? So discipline is delayed gratification. That is, what is that thing? Is it cutting down on some of your expenses, cutting down on some things that can be able to benefit your future? Discipline is choosing the future over the present. What is that thing that if you don't do today has a benefit for your future? What is that habit? What is that limiting belief that keeps you down over time that you have been planning and thinking how you can change? Now, you have to understand the keynote. Your destiny responds to discipline, not your prayers alone. The pain of discipline is temporary, but that of regret is permanent. So that's why discipline is very important. It may be difficult, but undiscipline is more destructive. So what are the areas of your life that is suffering because of indiscipline today? Or how many of you listening to me right now have ever said, I know what to do, I just struggle to do it? That is why we are here to help you. So what are the daily habits that shape the future? That by the way of discipline, can be able to negate and make sure that things go well. Now, small habits, big destinies. What if you look at the video that I posted on the platform a few days ago, you could see the power of discipline, the power of small actions, small steps, bringing about a compounding effect of that thing that you are acting upon. Your life is a reflection of your daily routines. So what you do daily eventually becomes who you are, and consistency beats intensity. For example, some people would choose once a month a seminar or once a month to carry a new book to read. But do you know that by developing 30 minutes daily learning, you can achieve so much more in a month than just attending one seminar in a month? Daily expense tracking is better than emergency budgeting. As you are spending every day, are you tracking? Do you know where your money is going to? Daily reflection is better than yearly regret. So which habit must you change today? Which habit that must change for you today? And which one are you picking up? So small habits practiced every day over time becomes a habit that is permanent with you. if you choose today to pick a habit to begin to work on, over time you will discover that what, though you may not be conscious, but over time you have developed into a person that you'll be proud of. So what are we talking about again? Time management and priority alignment. Every one of us has 24 hours, but our priorities is what differs. Everyone. Result differs. Why? Because priorities differs. What are your priorities? Time management is value management. If you see or if you know anyone that considers everything important, that person is going nowhere. Because if you consider everything to be important, then nothing is actually important. So we must put our lives on a scale to ensure that what? We give our lives priorities. Now, what are we supposed to do? From this section, you're going to be making at least 3 weekly priorities. And these top priorities are the things that you have to do, that you must do daily, either in your family, either in your working place, in anything that is worthwhile that you want to give your time and your life to. Now, identify activities wasting this time, because we cannot do everything, but we can do that which is most important to us. What is that top 3, 4, or 5 priorities that are important to you? That when you achieve this, you are confident in yourself that I have done something today. Many of us, those of us that are still that are in paid employment, when you go to your office, when you go to your working place, even if it's your business, you highlight some things that you have identified that you want to do. Do you know that if you do such thing that day, you'll be more happy? Why? Because you have put your attention to that particular thing that you want to do and you have been able to achieve it. Next is accountability. Accountability system for growth. Now, growth requires structure. Why? Accountability exposes excuses. When you are accountable to yourself, you will know what to spend your time on. You will know what to spend your money on. You will know how things are going with you. So accountability turns intention into action. You cannot report what you cannot sustain. So who is the person that you can identify that has the right to question your consistency? So in a process of growth, one has to be accountable. You must have somebody that can call you to order. You must have somebody that can ask you questions. What are you spending your time on? What are you spending your day, your seconds, your minutes on? Just like I said, everyone has 24 hours. But what you do with your 24 hours determines what will happen to you this year. You have lived quite a number of years. But what is that thing that will make this year different for you? It is one of those things is accountability. Being able to account what you do with your seconds, with your minutes, with your hour, with your day, with your week, with your month. This is what, uh, accumulate into the kind of person you are going to become at the end of this year. So this is very important. Now, this is one of the exercises we're going to do. We're going to do for ourselves. You're not going to submit it to anybody, but facing yourself honestly, personal life audit. You have lived all the number of years you have lived. At this point in time, how are you doing in your spiritual life? Whatever it is, are you close to God? What can you checkmate yourself? What about your financial life? Do you want to live this year the way last year ran through? Are you proud of yourself financially? Are you proud of how you spend money, how you make money? So these are the things for you to check, audit yourself, audit your career. What are you doing this year that will be different from last year? How do you wish to improve yourself? How do you desire to improve yourself? What kind of skill are you learning this year? What is the relationship strategically you are developing this year? What is your personal discipline? So rate yourself with this. Is it weak, average, or strong among these audit areas? Why? Because growth starts with honesty, not shame. So when you look at your life with all these checks and balances, where are you currently? And what things are you going to put in place to make sure that you are a better person going forward? This month, this today, tomorrow, this week. Today is 10th. the next 21 days, how is it going to be for you? So, and the exercise we have is 21 days challenge, 21-day habit tracking challenge. And what is it? Choose 2 to 3 habits only. Track daily for the next 21 days. So, what is the habits? You know truly how you want your life to go, how you want your life to become, what you want your life to become. So, choose between 2 to 3 habits only and track it within the next 21 days consciously. What do you need to do for this habit to be developed? Examples of the habit. What are you learning daily? What do you want to learn? Savings habit. All the money you have been earning, all the one you earned for the last 12 months, where have they gone to? Have you been able to save some? Have you invested some? Have you put the money where you determine that it should go, or it just go through expenses? What about the habit of prayer? What about the habit of exercising, reading? Say to yourself, I am becoming disciplined by design. So what are we saying today? Within 2 to 3 habits, it can be more, but just for the next 21 days to end this month, so that you'll be sure that you are ending this month with a new habit that your future self will thank you for. So we grow together. So as a result of the habits that you are forming or that you want to work on, we're going to be having weekly check-ins, honest reports, and this time around, we are not judging anybody. What are you doing? You are deliberately taking steps to grow. So we're going to be having weekly check-ins. And what is the goal? For you to be able to grow, for us to be able to grow together as a community. So I like you to take it seriously. And as a matter of fact, we're going to have accountability partners. We're going to look into among the leaders in the group and assign some persons that we are going to be having check-ins from time to time. And I'd like you to take it serious. What is our expectation as a community? Now, our culture, what is our growth culture? I like us to work together as one and participate fully. For instance, within this month, we are going to read a book, and it's expected of us to share our learnings, what we learn after going through the material. What have you learned from the material? What is the action you are going to put on yourself? What is the tracking from what you have learned? Many of us, we just read, or we read halfway, we never complete any book. But this time around, you're going to be disciplined because there's going to be a structure in which you're going to go through to ensure that you complete each lesson and bring about, deliberate growth that you're looking at. Submission of learning required. Action step expected. Excuses are replaced with responsibilities. So, what are our core values now? These are the 5 core values we are running with: discipline, purpose, financial intelligence, leadership, accountability. Now, by the time you apply yourself to these, I tell you the truth, you will not be able to, you'll be surprised at what you'll become by the end of this year. So what are we doing? Intentional learning, intentional growth. Because 1 year of discipline can change 10 years of struggle. This is your turning point, 1 year of discipline. So ask yourself, what am I going to discipline myself to become this year? Beginning from now, beginning from this night. So what must end this night? What kind of habit that must end this night? What must begin immediately from this night? So what is the assignment? Complete life audit that we have mentioned before. Start your habit. List out the habits that you want to form. Now, connect with accountability partner. Before the week runs out, before the new week runs out, we're going to be assigned to accountability partners. Do what you are supposed to do. Nobody is going to score you zero. You are not submitting your whatever it is that you are doing personally. You are not submitting to anybody. They are going to have some persons checking on you to ensure that to check on you that you're on point. So my question to you today, what habit are you going to start forming today? What habit are you going to start implementing today? Because if you don't take action, nothing moves. And I'd like you to read this loudly with me. I hope I'm still audible. I hope you're there.
Yes, good.
Yes, we
So,
are.
okay. Now you're going to read this loudly with me. Say, I reject mediocrity.
I reject mediocrity.
I embrace discipline.
I
I
embrace
embrace
discipline.
discipline.
I take responsibility for my growth.
I take
I take
responsibility for my
responsibility
growth.
for my growth.
And my daily actions are shaping my destiny.
My daily
Daily actions
actions
are shaping
are
my
shaping my
destiny.
destiny.
So go from here and take action. List out that habit that you want to form. Go ahead and start your life on a new note so that not before the first quarter ends, but before this month ends, in the next 21 days, you'll be proud of the person that you are becoming. Thank you so much for listening. And at this point, I would like to entertain any question from what we have shared so far. Please ask question. This section, we don't want it to be long. You can drop your question in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and speak. Do we have any question?
Hi, Coach. Good evening. My question, thank you very much for the presentation. Well
Okay.
said and
You're welcome.
very inspiring. So my question is about the tracker, daily tracker. Is it like a checklist of um what I need to do that I'll be checking on my own self, or how do I go about the daily tracker for the accountability?
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, the the daily tracker is about your the habits you have listed that you want to form. Now, how do you go about this? For instance, uh, let me take one of the examples that I shared, which is daily reading. One of the book we are starting with this month is by Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, for instance, you want to start that book maybe tonight or tomorrow. You design that in the next, for tomorrow, you are reading for 30 minutes alone. You are not going to read for too long. And you commit yourself, you already allocate, whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, whichever time works best for you. But the intention is for you to stick to a particular time. For instance, if you say, okay, 5 a.m. to 5:30, I want to read that book. So, and you usually wake up from 5. So you pick the book, 5 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. You read the portion that you want to read and close that chapter. The next day, you repeat the same thing. So checking on yourself to ensure that that particular habit that you have written down that you want to develop, you are going by it. Now, the second one is the accountability partner that will be able to check on you. Okay, so we have a goal of finishing this book in the next 21 days now, because what we have currently is 2 to 3 habits to be developed within you for the next 21 days. So you go ahead, every day you are checking on yourself. Then on weekly basis, your accountability partner is checking on you. Now, apart from that, let me also announce this. We have a workbook for the community. After this session, I'm going to share it I'm going to share the link to that book. And those who are intentional those who are intentional are going to log into that. So it's an ebook. You get it and you begin to see what you need to do. That ebook is to last us for the whole year. It's quarterly assessment. Okay, so the tracker for yourself, first, you are intentional that you want to grow and therefore you put in the time. Once you clock in the time, you remind yourself, you can set an alarm. You remind yourself, this is what you must do daily. I hope I've answered that question.
Yes, thank you very much. That's good.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any other question, please? Okay. Oh yeah. Memoye. It's a good evening, sir. Thank you, sir. Please hope the recorded version will be made available. Yes, it will be made available at the community platform. Thank you. Are there any other questions? Or does anybody have a contribution to what we have shared tonight? What is that thing that resonates with you? We want to end this section in the next 9 minutes. Is there anything that resonates with you from what we have shared tonight? Please share. Okay. If you don't have any further question, then I'd like to appreciate everyone for joining tonight. Okay, from Modupe, though I'm just joining, I just want to say thank you and welcome to you. Thank you so much, Modupe. I appreciate everyone that have joined today. This is our first live session, and we're going to do this and this second Saturday and the fourth Saturday of the month. Thank you very much. I think we can end this recording now so that it will not be too long.